Hi, it's Naomi from NaomiTamiama.com coming to you from St Kitts. Just wanted to do another video about mindset and gratitude and how to change how you react to situations. I want to share something that I've been working on. I know I did a video earlier on YouTube about Noah St John and Afformations, and I just wanted to share what it's been doing for me since I've been using affirmations in my daily practice. So I went to the Titanium Mastermind in Los Cabos Mexico in September, and one of the speakers there was Noah St John, and he was talking about all the mind trash that you have in your head. Now, I do a lot of videos about how to skyrocket your business, how to use online strategies to get more sales, get more customers through your doors. Now, that's all well and good, but if you've got a lot of mind trash going up on your head and you've got limiting beliefs, you're going to be constantly holding yourself back from getting that success that you deserve and that you're looking for. One thing that really resonated to me at Titanium Mastermind was the information that he was giving about affirmations. Now, I've used affirmations, so positive statements, to help change the way that you think and ultimately the way that you believe about certain areas of your life. Now, if I asked you to say, I am rich and abundant and money flows easily to me, a lot of you would be going, yeah, right, because that's not reality, that's not your day-to-day, and that's not your current experience. Now, you could say that 100 times every day, and eventually it might sink in and you might change your belief and that might work. However, it's not consistent, it doesn't get consistent results, and I've used affirmations for a long time with limited success. It doesn't mean you should stop doing them. If you like doing it, if you enjoy doing it, that's fine. But affirmations I found immensely powerful, and Noah St John explains it that your mind is hardwired to answer questions. So if I asked you what you had for breakfast this morning, your brain's going to be working going, what did I have for breakfast this morning? Oh, I had this, this and this. So your mind comes up with the answers. So if I ask you, why are you so happy today? What are you going to be doing? I bet you've thought of at least one thing by now. So I was looking at the work that he was doing, and I was thinking, oh, this sounds really, really good. And I was lucky enough to get to spend some time with him and his wife Babette on the Mastermind, which is why it's so powerful to go to these events, because you actually get to spend time with these people. You get to really ask them questions, get a feel for who they are. And as luck would have it, I ended up being on the same plane and the same airport on the way home. So I got a little bit of one-to-one time just to chat about what was going on and just get a little bit of extra inspiration. He mentioned that he had an audiobook, so I'm a subscriber to Audible on Amazon. I'm not an affiliate, so check it out, because it's a way of leveraging your time and also working on your mind, filling it with knowledge. It's really cheap. You even get one free audiobook every month with your subscription, so leverage your time. But either way, I downloaded it into my app, and I was listening to it in the car. It's really short, and one of the ones I was thinking, what affirmation would really change my world? What would make me feel happier and better? And one of the questions was, why am I so happy right now? And there was a great story in there about a guy who'd just gone through the course that he does, and he was having a bad day. He lost his phone, he lost a couple of big checks, and he's like, well, I'm one of my ones is, why am I so happy? So he went to bed and sarcastically said, why am I so happy? And the powerful thing is that he woke up the next morning still feeling a bit annoyed, but he thought he'd get up early and he'd try and make those phone calls to get a new phone and see if he could find the checks. But the magic was that he actually, whilst he was doing his do and kind of trying to get hold of people, he managed to find the checks, because he suddenly had a thought, oh, normally when I do banking I put them in here, I'll just check that bag, checks were there. He found his mobile phone on the shelf when he was at the bookshelf. He'd been in a rush the day before and put it in a really unusual place. Now, I'm not telling the story exactly the way that it was, because I don't have it in front of me, but that's basically the gist of the story. And it made me think, well, what would make my life a lot better? Not reacting to negativity, not getting absorbed in dramas when, you know, stressful things happen, and not getting involved in that stressful cycle. And especially when I lose things, and if I lose something and I know that I need it, I can get quite stressed out. Doesn't always mean if people are trying to help me. Sometimes I can get so stressed out I end up barking back when of course I'm angry at myself. I'm not angry at them. Sometimes the emotion comes out wrong. So I thought, okay, that's the one that I'm going to use. That's the one I'm gonna use every day, and I'm gonna see how it works. Within 24 hours, I was beginning to feel a lot happier. I was getting loads of answers from myself as to why I was so happy, and it harks back to the attitude of gratitude. If you're truly grateful for what you have now, more things to be grateful for will just naturally be attracted to you like a magnet. And I found that, you know, I was grateful for my son, I was grateful for waking up every morning and him smiling, and that just made me happy. So that was a reason for making me happy. I was just happy that I could be doing what I'm doing, happy that I managed to go to somewhere amazing like Los Cabos Mexico, which last year I honestly didn't think it was possible. And now I'm in beautiful St. Kitts. What another reason to be happy. But a really good example also of the use of affirmations and how it's really been helping my mindset is that I potentially lost my tripod. I did a video yesterday on the beach, packed it up, took it up to the room, and when I went back to the room, it wasn't there after training. So I thought, oh, maybe I'd left it in the room. And so I went down really early in the morning, went down, spoke to reception, they left me in the training room, wasn't there. And I was beginning to feel a bit stressed because I was thinking, oh, how am I going to do the videos for the rest of the week if I don't have my tripod? This is really going to affect the stuff that I wanted to do. How am I going to do that? And I thought, no, hang on, take a step back, take a breath. Why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? So I was just thinking, why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? And then the thought popped into my head. The night before, I'd put it down and I thought, oh, the legs are sandy, I don't want to put it on the sofa. Let's put it on the floor in the corner where, you know, if the sand falls off, I can just brush it away and won't make a mess of the bed and the sofa. So I went back to the room feeling a lot happier and just upbeat, because I was thinking, oh, well, you know, there's always a solution to a problem. So if I can't find my tripod, I'll find another solution. I'll pop the camera on something. I'll get somebody to hold the camera and do some filming for me. No worries, there's always a solution. Went to the room, went to the corner where I just thought it might be, and there it was. Stress over, no problems, no getting annoyed at myself, no beating myself up, no spiral of negativity. And of course this was early in the morning, so I could have started my day on a really bad foot where one negative thought spiraled into another negative thought, into another negative thought, into another negative thought. And just to highlight how much I've really embraced this, you know, during the day I write it in my notepad. I like to write my affirmations down, especially if I'm at course. I write them down at the top of each page, and then that way I can look at them and have it in my mind whilst I'm training. And there was a guy that was speaking over the summit to do with real estate, and he started off with mindset, because he said mindset and the way you are and the way you're looking after yourself, so physically, mentally and spiritually, has a huge impact on your business, and I'm a great believer in that. But also it really hammered it home to me that the steps that I'd naturally been taking whilst I was saying why am I so happy are exactly the steps that I need to be doing, and I need to commit 100% to those. So I had this great experience, really felt that you know, the right teacher had just come into my life, and I felt so happy because, you know, I'd created this space. And then I got to have a chat with him later, and you know, he was giving me some positive feedback, and he was he was congratulating me on the steps that I was taking, and that boosted my confidence and boosted my well-being, and another reason for being happy. So, you know, here I am in St. Kitts doing a video for you guys because I want you to experience this for yourself. You know, start with something small. Start simply with, why am I so happy right now? It's an amazing, amazing feeling to just feel so happy and grateful in every moment and present. And when you have those bits of stress that come up, stop. Why am I so happy? Take a breath. And then suddenly you get this flood of positive thoughts and reasons for why you're so happy, and then that diffuses the escalation of your emotions into something that could be quite negative. That has a huge impact on your business, because as a result of all of that, I'm feeling happier. Naturally, when you're happy, you're stood stronger, you have a better presence, and you're resonating that positive energy, and that naturally pulls people towards you. Great for when you're doing negotiations with people, great for when you're networking with people, because if you're in a room and you see somebody that's doom and gloom and they have that slumped posture and they're just feeling really, really negative, you just automatically just don't want to hang around with that. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person, it's just you just don't want to be hanging around those negative energies. You know, test it for yourself. If you go to the supermarket and the person at the cash desk is smiley and happy, it makes you smiley and happy. But if they're grumpy and rude, you end up thinking, oh, well, why were they so grumpy and rude? So it can really affect your mood, and it can affect the way that you're turning up in your business. If you're turning up grumpy and desperate, you're going to put off those potential customers who are coming to you. So, you know, Affirmations, Noah St. John, you know, look him up on Google. He's got a really great ebook. Get Audible, it's just an amazing thing. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe on the link below and follow me on social media. Now, I'm here to serve you, so I want to know what it is that you're struggling with. What can I help you with? I'd love feedback about my videos. I'm always trying to make them better. So leave a comment below, feedback, questions, things you're struggling with, and if you're not happy, leaving it down below. Find me on social media and send me a private message. Take care. Speak soon.